All right, good evening. You guys get all three of us tonight. I'm Becky Smith. We have Ashley Vandriel and Amanda Stroka here today as well. And we are going to tell you about something we are incredibly excited about. And that is a company we've partnered with in the health and wellness space and why this is so amazing right now. So first I'll introduce myself because I'm the one that's going to be doing the majority of the talking here. My name is Becky Smith. I do live in Green Bay, as do all of us here. Ashley and I work together in the health space. We work as medical laboratory scientists together. And Amanda is actually an accountant and is a really good friend of Ashley's. So we decided to all come on today so that we could share this with everybody in what it is that we have. So with my story, it kind of begins in 2023. I found myself in my doctor's office with 3 autoimmune diseases that I struggle with. So I decided to go see an integrative medicine provider because my doctors in Western medicine, endocrinology, all of that were failing me. So that what I struggle with is Hashimoto's, which affects my thyroid. I've got discoid lupus that it just affects my skin, and seronegative rheumatoid arthritis that affects my joints. So one of the things that I was complaining about was the fact that I had a lot of hair loss, I had joint pain, and my skin was like red and itchy with irritation. So she asked me, she says, hey, are you using collagen? And I said, I really am not good at using it, but I got the big blue canister at Costco. You guys see it like on big piles of it when you're checking out at Costco there. And I didn't have any results from it. It was a pain in the butt. It didn't mix well. You had to mix it with things. And I just, to be honest, 3 years later, I think it's still sitting in the bottom of my pantry. She goes, oh, no. She goes, I want you to use a liquid collagen that you just take a shot of each night and you're done. And it's got like 10 grams of protein, 11 grams of collagen peptides. It's like WD-40 for your joints. It's going to hydrate your skin from within. And it is amazing. I said, well, sign me up. She goes, also, it's going to make your hair grow back. So I took this collagen home because she told me to, and she had it in her office actually. And I started using it. And a couple months later, I had tons of hair growing back. And actually, I'm just going to show you a picture really quick because I do have one here of the results that I was getting from this while I finish my story. So you can see I had a big bald spot here, and my hair actually grew back with thickness on the top. And I couldn't believe that I found something natural that was working so well. So from there, my friend Carissa reached out to me a couple months later, just on a whim. And she said, Becky, I've partnered with this company in the wellness space. I think you should take a look at it. And I said, no. I said, are you crazy? I've got 3 kids. I've got 3 jobs. I'm so freaking busy. I don't have time to do anything like that. She goes, well, I'm sending it to you anyways, because I know you like all of the health stuff. Like that's legit the words that came out of her mouth. And I said, okay, fine, send it. So she sends it over and I see it's the same exact company that I had been getting this collagen from. And I'm like, oh my God, send me everything. So she sent me everything. And here's what I found. I found that this was a company that had been around for over 10 years. They had a scientific advisory board that was mind-blowing. Everything that they had was CGMP certified and third-party tested for heavy metals, lead, mold, and toxins, which is huge considering I can't put anything in my sensitive body without it reacting. And everything they had wasn't just okay, but also tested from that perspective. So therefore I thought, well, my gosh, I could help some more people get their hands on this collagen, which was my initial intent. Well, things kept going from there as I kept sharing. And when I saw what the business was and what they had, I couldn't believe what I had my hands on, and things took off from there. So here I am 2.5 years later sharing what it is that we have and how great it is. So I shared the collagen, but there's 2 more things I want to share with you guys real quick. We have a line of 30 things, but I'm going to show you the ones that are super high impact and probably some of our top favorites. Okay. All right. So this first one is, if you know anybody who struggles with diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloat, after you eat, you feel like a busted can of biscuits. You hate to go out to eat because you hate how you feel. You're just riding the struggle bus that way. Maybe you don't have a gallbladder and you're left running to the bathroom after you've eaten something fatty, which is very, very common when you're missing a gallbladder. Maybe you've got esophageal reflux, you've got some heartburn and things like that you're struggling with. This is something that helps with all of those. So I'm going to do a demonstration using this crappy snack pack pudding. Okay, looks like this. And I'm going to add this to it and show you physically what happens when we add a live enzyme and probiotic to a dead food. I mean, a food doesn't get any more dead and processed than this thing. So what happens to your gut microbiome sometimes when you start adding a lot of processed foods to it, it doesn't handle things real well. So what you throw in there is going to make a difference. And I always make a mess. But I just want to show you guys, this is, if you agree, this is really thick, right? Okay. So I'm going to take one of these enriched capsules, which has a bunch of things in it that I'm going to describe while I'm stirring this. But this is a veggie capsule. It looks like that. And I'm going to add this. And then I'm going to take Ashley and Amanda away for just a second so I can focus in on me so that you guys can see this a little bit better. So hold on for just 1 second. All right. So here we have, this is our 11 strains of digestive enzymes in here. So what's in here is enzymes that break down carbohydrates, proteins, fats, breaks down gluten digesting enzymes. So if you eat like bread and things and you start feeling really, bloated and gassy and things after you eat bread, this is absolutely amazing. So this also has enzymes that break down lactose. It's got lactase in it. So if dairy bothers you, my daughter, she's doesn't do real well with dairy. Pizza and ice cream and things like that bother her. So she will take these in her backpack at school, and it is super helpful. If beans make you gassy, if you like baked beans or beans at a Mexican restaurant, things like that, this will help break that down. So in addition to having those 11 strains of digestive enzymes, we've got 4 strains of probiotics in here. So probiotics are the good bacteria you want living in your gut. If you have good strains of probiotics, you're just going to feel better. You're going to digest your food better. You're going to feel leaner, and you're going to have a healthier metabolism. So that is important, right? Now, what's extra important with those probiotics is that you have a good prebiotic that will keep those probiotic bacteria alive. So it's kind of like the little fish food that you add to keep those that microbiome alive. So here we have it. After less than a minute, I've got my pudding that is super thick, and it has completely liquefied this pudding. So one of the big questions that I get is, and I'm going to put Rob's comment up on the screen here for a second because that's awesome. Yeah. So what you see here is this is completely liquefied, and people ask, Becky, is this what's going to come out the other end? The answer is absolutely not. This allows your stomach contents to enter your intestines. You can absorb things easier. You're going to absorb your nutrients better. You're going to feel better, and you're not going to have that gas and bloat and heartburn, things like that. So this has been such a game changer for so many people. And Rob says fried chicken on Sundays. That's awesome. Okay. So yes, awesome product. Okay. I'm going to bring the girls back on here for just a second. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about is metabolic health. So one of the problems that we have in the United States today is metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is something that we get over time from maybe neglecting our bodies just a little bit, right? So there are 5 pieces to metabolic syndrome, and I'm going to talk about each of these, and then I'm going to show you guys a picture of what I looked like prior to utilizing the product that I'm going to tell you guys about and how I look like after. But first of all, let's talk about metabolic syndrome just a little bit. So people that have metabolic syndrome kind of feel this way. You're going to have loss of vitality. You don't feel like yourself. You feel like you're a lot older than you actually are. You're going to be hangry. If you've been hangry, you're so hungry, like if I don't eat right now, I'm going to kill somebody. Okay. That's another sign that your insulin levels are super high. You're tired all the time. You don't have any energy. Okay. But here are the physical telltale signs of metabolic syndrome. The first one is having a fasting blood sugar that is greater than 110. The second one is having a blood pressure greater than 135/85. The third is having a waist circumference greater than 35 in a female around the belly button, greater than 40 in a male. Again, belly button, not the belt size. Okay. The fourth is having a fasting triglyceride greater than 150. And then the fifth is having a HDL that is less than 50, which is your good cholesterol. If you have 2 out of 5 of those, you have metabolic syndrome. If your levels are kind of creeping up, check your my chart every year over year. If they're going up a little bit, you're heading that direction. Okay. Weight loss is almost impossible when you're sitting in that position. So we have a tool that is going to help you get your metabolism back to where it needs to go. It's going to help you with all of those metabolic markers. And I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like and exactly how it works. Okay. How exciting is that? So here we go. I'm going to show, this is a picture I swore to God I would never, ever show anybody because it lived in my phone for a long time. But then I remembered, man, when I was trying to lose weight, I relied on other people's before and after. So here we go. Here we go. Okay. So here I am on the left, and then on the right towards the end of this. And actually I'm 137 pounds in this picture. I did retake this picture the other day. I just haven't replaced it. I'm 125 pounds now. This process took over a year, by the way. It wasn't something that happened overnight, but with the help of the Daily Health System, it made a big difference. So there's two pieces to this Daily Health System. The first one on the left, the smaller bottle, this is an enzyme that converts sugar to fiber. So this was in studies by Harvard for 10 years prior to us getting the proprietary rights to this. Now, as somebody who has a degree in biochemistry, medical laboratory science, you better believe I was a skeptic on it, and I dove deep into this. I even went as far as getting a continuous glucose monitor from my doctor, because I'm like, if I'm going to talk about this at all, I have to make sure that it works for myself. So sure enough, I did. And when we're done with this, I'm going to go down in the comments and I'll show you the results of my continuous glucose monitor with using this. So how this works is if you take, or if you eat a meal, let's say Olive Garden, you go to Olive Garden and you eat a big plate of fettuccine Alfredo. You're going to break it down through the process of digestion into little carbohydrate molecules, right? What this does is it takes those little molecules called glucose and it links them back together into an alpha glucan fiber that can't be absorbed through your intestines. So now you're getting less sugar into your system. Now it converts about 50 to 90% of your sugar into fiber, not 100%, depending on the types of sugar it is. But truth be told, wouldn't you rather have half as much of the sugar that you're eating being absorbed into your body than all of it? I mean, I would. I mean, I don't want to absorb 50% more calories than I need to if I have a choice. So that is a game changer. Also has grains of paradise that kind of boosts your metabolism and helps with that. The second piece that's in there is called Activate. And Activate is the very first plant-based competitor to the weight loss injectables on the market that everybody knows. A lot of people maybe even watching this are using them. Everybody knows people that are using them. But this is a plant-based option that will increase your body's own GLP-1 naturally. So it uses plant-based extracts, safe as a salad, essentially. I am not against GLP-1 medications. They work fantastic, but a lot of people can't afford them. They can't get access to them. Maybe they've tried them. They make them not feel well. Maybe they can't they don't have the right diagnosis for it. You know what I mean? Or they're afraid of what the long-term issues could be, right? There's a number of reasons that somebody may not want to use that. Or maybe they've been on them for so many years and they're like, what's my end game? What am I going to do? And am I going to take this forever? Am I going to inject myself in the stomach for the rest of my life if I don't have to? This is an option that's a drink. This beverage is freaking delicious. It has, do either of you girls know how many calories are in this one glass?
I want to say 10, but it's been
You're ding, 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 ding. Yes, there's 10 calories. It is delicious. It has a stevia extract as a sweetener, but it doesn't have an aftertaste at all. Like it really doesn't. It's called Rhabdosiade M, and that is a sweetener extract of stevia that does not have an aftertaste. I hate stevia. This is different. This is delicious. Also, this has, it activates an enzyme called AMPK, adenosine monophosphate kinase. And what this does, it helps lower cortisol for one, but it also helps burn visceral fat around your organs and around your waist. Okay. So that brings in fixing the waist circumference, right? But it also helps burn up all of the bad fats and increase our good fats as well, which is the HDL and triglycerides. Lastly, what this does, it's got L-arginine, increases nitrous oxide, dilates your blood vessels, and lowers your blood pressure, which I think helps with that stress response and just makes you feel really, really, really good. So in addition to that, it's got methylated B12 and folate too. All right. This is a whole system that we won a first place Gold Stevie Award for product innovation. This is an international award that we beat out companies like IBM, Siemens Diagnostics. A lot of places had innovative products that they put in to win the award, and Trinont won the award for metabolic health on this. So this is something that is just gaining popularity and is beginning to become viral for sure for how well this helps. I've been using this for over a year, and I can't begin to tell you how amazing this is, not just to help me get the weight off, but I've kept it off because of this tool. Okay. It helps me not eat the garbage and not go for garbage. It has me craving healthier foods, has me eating less of the bad foods when I do eat them, which honestly isn't as often anymore. I don't even crave them. So this has been a great system that does so much more than just what a GLP-1 injection may possibly do. It does more than that, 5 times more than that, actually. All right. So let's take that down for just a second. I'm going to take Sue's down here too. So let's say one of these things is of interest to you, and there's so many more things as well. You have 2 options to buy as a customer or as an associate. So this is why I'm sharing the difference right now. Most people are just interested in buying as a customer, but right now we have free enrollment as the associate, and most people pick that because it gives you wholesale pricing. You get a discounted bundle to try more things. And if you order again, you get wholesale pricing moving forward. You also get a referral link. I'm pretty sure if you shoot through a rock out your window, you'd hit about 5 people that have a weight loss goal, right? So you'd have a link that you could text to your friend Sally Sue if she's interested in why you look so freaking amazing, why you're talking about your gut health being so great. You could just shoot her a little link that they could order from, and you would get the commission, or you could just send them back to Ashley or Amanda too. They would gladly take that customer for you, but most people would rather prefer that piece of it. So that is definitely a perk, along with the ability to make some extra money, because we know the economy is not fantastic right now. All right, 2 last little things we're going to talk about, and then we'll leave it up for questions down in the comments. First thing is the Jeep program. I want to talk about this because these 2 girls next to me here have Jeeps, Jeep Wranglers. I have a Jeep as well. Trinont pays me to drive the Jeep that I have. At our very first rank of Jade, which is about 1,300 volume and 2 associates, you get a Jeep payment. Whether you currently own the Jeep like these guys do, whether you lease a Jeep or have a loan on a Jeep, it doesn't matter. If you have a Jeep in your name, Trinont will pay you $350 a month at the first 2 ranks and $500 a month for every rank after that. I have a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee in my garage. I don't pay a penny for, because my lease is $500 and they give me $500. So a free car. How many people would be so grateful to get rid of a car payment right now? Most companies, the top 1 or 2% get a car. Here, everybody gets a car, even coming in as well. So that has been an absolute blessing. Lastly, Ashley wanted me to mention the travel, so we're going to throw that up here real quick. One of the things that Trinont is really passionate about is bringing in all aspects of health. And one thing that is proven, and there's studies on it, people who travel more are actually healthier. They have less heart issues, less depression, less mental health issues. And just the thought of having a vacation looming is enough to just offset health issues, because you're just so excited about that, right? Everybody's been there. We have a vacation coming and you're excited. So I want to talk about Trinont travel here for just a minute. This is amazing. So this is another perk that is for customers or associates. Associates get a better price on this. So what this is a travel portal that gives you 65% off at over 850,000 different locations worldwide. So that's huge. It's like going into like Expedia or Priceline, you go in and you book and you look at things, but this beats those prices. Okay. So you get a discount there, and it includes hotels, condos, resorts, cruises, car rentals, all of that up to 65% off. Condos in Orlando, Florida, I'm seeing $300 for the week. And that's amazing. We also have, at the end of a full calendar year of being part of Trinont Travel, they give you a free vacation. Okay. So you pay a small subscription throughout the whole year, and at the end, you get a voucher for a vacation worth between $1,500 and $2,500 or more. There's an all-inclusive in Aruba for a week free that you would get after a year of having Trinont travel. So that's where I'm going to go. My husband and I are both associates here. He's on my team, which is a blessing that they let us do that as well. We are going to be able to go to Aruba and book 2 rooms, one under his account, one under mine. And it's going to be 100% free after a year. Like, seriously, freaking pinch me. So that is something that you definitely want to take a bigger peek at when you come take a look at Trinont. We are so incredibly blessed to be able to have that piece, to not only have our health in line, get our wealth in line, and be able to travel even more. So, all right. So if you guys have any further questions, pop them down in the comments below. All 3 of us have this on our timelines. We can certainly answer questions, or Ashley or Amanda can tag me as well if they need help answering a question too. All right, girls, did I miss anything?
No, you did great.
I tried to keep it down to like 15 minutes, and I always go over because I can't stop talking.
No,
okay.
Good.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Appreciate it.